you ever wondered why Rastafari respects and adore Haile Selassie I so deeply? If yes, then I'm gonna tell you why. In Rastafari, especially in the 12 tribes of Israel, Emperor Haile Selassie I is not seen as a historical leader, but as a figure connected to the Bible. When Haile Selassie was crowned in 1930, something shocked the world. He was given the titles King of Kings, Lord of Lords, and the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. But now, let's pause for a moment. These exact titles are written in the Bible. So for many, especially those influenced by Marcus Garvey, this moment held spiritual meaning. But for those who don't know who Marcus Garvey is, he was the man who had encouraged black people to look to Africa, where a black king shall be crowned. That made King Selassie's coronation feel significant. When Emperor Haile Selassie I took over the crown, Rastas saw it as a sign that God had revealed himself in flesh. But here is the key point. They don't follow him as a celebrity. They see him as a divine king and a living representative of the Most High, Jah Rastafari. For Rastafari, this wasn't about worshipping a man. This was about seeing God reflected in a way they had never been shown before. So when Rastas say Jah Rastafari, they are not just calling a name. They are recognizing divinity and Christ in his kingly character. So Jah Rastafari. Blessings. Did you know that there are 3 groups of Rastafarians in the world who have their own interpretation of Haile Selassie, social organizations, and levels of strictness regarding lifestyle, cultural practices, and Ital, which is food? They are the 12 tribes of Israel, the Bobushantis and the Nyabingis. You've probably heard these names before, but you kind of don't know the difference between them. Don't worry, let me break it down for you. So the 12 tribes of Israel, which I am a part of, was founded by Prophet Gad, and it's more open to non-African members, and they see themselves as a diverse global community. Notable followers include the likes of Bob Marley, Chronix, and myself. They are easily identified by the well-knitted red, gold, green beanie hat, which we call the banner. For the Bobushantis, they are highly religious people who follow strict Ital rules, including prohibition of salts and some fruits. They consider themselves to be priests and prophets and wear turbans and robes like the Dukuno, you see, Whilst the Nyabingis are the oldest and most traditional groups, focusing on anti-colonialism and Afrocentrism. They are known for their strict link to their roots and culture, including drumming ceremonies like the Bingi drums, and a strong focus on their lifestyle, like the food that they eat and then the clothes that they wear. So, now you know. The Rastafarian 12 Tribe of Israel is a mansion founded in 1968 by Venom Garrington, also known as Prophet Gad. The group emphasizes on daily Bible reading and study and the salvation of all race through Jesus Christ, and regard Emperor Haile Selassie, the anointed king, and Christ in his kingly character. Each member of the 12th tribe is linked to one of the 12 sons of Jacob in the Bible, namely Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, Dan, Gad, Asher, Naphtali, Joseph, and Benjamin, based on the members' birthmark, each associated with specific colors and biblical patriarch. In other words, your birth month determines your tribe. For example, July borns are Judah, August borns are Issachar, December borns are Benjamin. And here's the interesting part. They recognize King Haile Selassie I, the returned Messiah, the King of Kings, the Lords of Lords, from the lineage of the tribe of Judah. So, when you see a Rasta, just say Jah Rastafari, because it's deeper than a name. It's identity, its heritage, and its prophecy. But let me ask you, what tribe are you? Drop your birth month, let me know in the comment section, and let's talk about it. One love. Everybody says give thanks and praises, but have you asked yourself what that really means? Because in Rastafari, giving thanks and praises to the Most High It's not just something you say on Sundays. It's a whole heap of lifestyle. You know, a true Rasta gives thanks from the moment they rise in the morning. For breath, for life, for food, for protection, and even for the struggles. Because he knows struggles brings strength. That's why Rastas say, I and I give thanks for life. Because gratitude is power. Praises also comes through levity. I mean, how you live, how you treat people, how you speak, what you consume, and how you care for the earth and your spirit. Some give praises through prayer, some through chanting Nyabingi drums, and others through reggae music and meditation. But the thing is this, you can't praise the Most High with your mouth whilst you know your heart is full of wickedness. Because Rastafari teaches that giving thanks is not a performance, it's a vibration and a daily connection with I and I. So listen, before you ask Jah for more, give thanks for what you already have. Because that alone can change your whole life. On that note, I say Jah Rastafari.
Vaughn released sometimes 4 or 5 albums a year. And if you're too picking about the sound here or I made a mistake there, you'll never have that kind of productivity. So I learned from him to kind of don't worry so much about getting everything perfect, you know? The finish is better than perfect. And sometimes the perfection is the imperfection. Often if Vaughn is tracking and something that sounded like a mistake popped up, many times he did not want to fix it. No, leave it. And there's many examples on the recordings where you can hear something that sounds a little funny. You just leave it and keep going because that's what came out. It's a unique way to think about it, you know, and it's very different than some other artists and producers. I've done work where it's 7 takes of the same verse before you decide you get it right and you piece together portions. So everyone is different, but Vaughn is the most incomparable artist. I don't bother compare him to no other singer in any regard, especially with the way he went about it.
When Rastas say Babylon, they're not talking about the place. They are talking about the system in which I and I might be trapped in right now. In Rastafari, Babylon represents a system built on oppression, deception, and control. Government that exploits, institutions that divide, and structures that keep people disconnected from truth and identity is Babylon. Babylon is the government that silences truth, the media that feeds you lies, and the society that tells you who to be instead of letting you be free. From slavery days till now, Babylon has always existed, just changing face, but never its mission. It's the mindset that values greed over humanity, power over justice, and illusion over reality. It separates you from your roots, your culture, and even Jah. And the worst part is, most people don't even realize they are living inside of it. That is why Rastas speak about breaking free, not just physically, but mentally and spiritually. Because Babylon is not only around you, it can be within you too, through fear, doubt, and conditioning. But the thing is, once you become conscious, Babylon loses its power on you. So when you hear Down with Babylon or Fireborn Babylon, it's not about distraction. It's about liberation, freeing the mind, returning to truth, and living in righteousness. So my question here now is, are you living free or you are still serving Babylon? Jah Rastafari.
Yes, live clean and don't live dirty. Live infinity clean and you'll be infinity powerful. And the Rastafari order.
I listen, Lassie.
Is he alive now? Is he alive now?
I don't know. I don't know. It's not important to me if he's alive or I'm dead. It's not important to me. If Christianity don't tell me, wait there. Wait, no man. I listen, Lassie. Is I, in response to slavery and colonialism, come up with this idea. When I say I know, we're talking about like Leonard Orwell and the man who come before I. The idea of Haile Selassie as a redeemer was not necessarily in the context of Jesus Christ coming back. It is the people who was Christian minded come into this idea and started to justify their understanding of Haile Selassie
Oh, so after
with
that time,
this Jesus Christ who was given to them.
So they were not the original Rasta. You're saying the Rastas
original
now?
Leonard Owell man.
Rasta man.
The Leonard Owell.
1930s.
Leonard Owell.
Rasta, yeah.
Let me talk about Leonard Owell
himself.
Leonard Owell was
Rastafari.
responding to colonialism and slavery.
Yes.
When Marcus Garvey said, if the white man see God through film Isaac, Jacob and Jacob, make him do it.
Yes.
If the Jews want to see God through that, make him do it. But we must see God through our own spectacle, through Ethiopia.
Yes.
All right. So the question is asked, where's the black man king? Where's the black man God?
That's right.
Leonard Owell is responding to this in a political sense.
Dancing is that exercise that grooves the heart, the mind, the soul, and the spirit. So reggae music, apart from being that music that sends a message, it deals with history, truths and rights, but it also deals with people dancing and enjoying themselves, because the root of the music is first to appeal to the children. And sometimes the children don't understand the language, but they understand the music. So the music, apart from the message, is where we know that the dance hall is the place that reggae music got itself all started, because the Wailers' first song was Simmer Down, and that was a dance record, and still is, you know, in our present time, a dance record.
ITAL is vital.
Welcome to ITAL Food Festival, where you can get ITAL food, herbal remedies, and educational talks.
The ITAL Food Festival is a multifaceted event. It's more than just an event. It's really a movement that brings together Italists, which are otherwise known as plant-based or vegan entrepreneurs. It's a celebration of health and wellness. It's a celebration of community. It's also a celebration of Rastafari tradition. The ITAL Food Festival also incorporates community stakeholders like grassroots organizations, nonprofit organizations, like-minded organizations. Anybody who's positive about building community, you know, can and should be a part of the ITAL Food Festival.
Nature is a woman.
Most natural.
Yeah, because everything that produces is female.
Yes.
Even trees,
yes,
food. So I think my personal experience, I think God is a female. There's a female God and a female, a male God.
Of this book that they call the Aquarian.
It
tell you of God the Father and God the Mother and God the Son. He said God the Father means the supreme power of the universe that creates all things. And God the Mother symbolizes the holy bread. And God the Son symbolizes the love of Christ.
Today, this is still the issue, and how to maintain the social fabric of the world. So all of the things which mean love and cohesion, you know, have to also include the polarities, because they exist, negative and positive here. And as we say, that's what we drive. Your car battery has the negative sign and the positive sign, and they've learned to fuse themselves into combustion and create cooperation called a car for driving on.
To every Rasta soul who has been laughed at, judged, or looked down on, this message is for I and I. So Rastafari reminds I and I that the road of truth was never built for popularity. Brethren, from ancient times, those who stood firm in righteousness were often mocked, misunderstood, and rejected. Yet, they stood firm knowing that the truth does not bow to the crowd. Some people instantly see the locks and judge the soul. Some hear the chants and reject the message. Some even call you strange simply because you choose a different levity. But hear this, Rasta. Do not let Babylon's opinions shake your spirit. Rastafari is not about proving yourself to people or anybody. It's about standing firm in truth, love, and consciousness. Just as mountains stand firm against wind, so must I and I stand firm against conviction. If they look down on you because you praise Jah, walk different, or carry your faith boldly, remember this: not everyone will understand your journey, and that is alright. Just make sure you stay humble, stay rooted, and stay connected to the Most High. Because sometimes the ones society overlook are the very ones carrying the strongest light. So brethren, protect your peace, and let Jah guide your steps. On that note, I say Jah Rastafari.
Les lacs m'a dit quand vient l'autre fois encore quand vient guettement et vient guettement les petits m'a dit refaire la musique fusion et bon après nous séparer chacun peut faire sur la route et après m'a dit un jour Kaya tu faire un concert dans théâtre pour lui après qu'il vient jeune avec Percy et en passant m'a dit quand vient me dire si la musique c'est gain trouve un avenue l'espace aujourd'hui nous avons dit un grand merci à Percy Tom parce que lui m'a dit nous avons m'a dit reconnaître bonnes affaires Percy m'a dit il croit dans sa musique là parce que tu viens moi au départ parce que me tient un peu méfiant un look sorti c'est pas les rock lui ouais me tient un peu m'a dit quand avec bonne affaire ben nous tient un peu méfiant les là m'a dit il avait Kaya les là m'a dit Kaya c'est un monde quand ils aiment qu'on Kaya capable de dire non non, même dans quelque chose qui est négatif, tout kayak m'a dit, je ne sais pas qu'à dire non. Nous allons vivre, il me connaît. Tu as les mots pour dire dans certaines des affaires. Et quand là, les jeunes kayak, une affaire m'a dit avec une musique m'a dit éclairci. Personne jeune kayak. Vous connaissez ça les mots, c'est gay qui écrit S-E-G-G-A-E.
Ouais.
C'est personne qui met ça mot là. Ben là, tu peux écrire c'est gay S-E accent aigu G-E. C'est personne nous besoin comme dire donne plein du monde comme dire autre mérite. On prend là nous besoin cause l'histoire d'une façon vraie. Nous pas comme dire une wise after the event. Et ben tu peux faire tu peux faire une répétition que Cyril Langlia à Plaisance aussi. Tu mets le tableau ben morceau dans notre répertoire qui je plus dans morceau reggae, dans morceau reggae, morceau de parler. Aussi mettre reggae comment on l'expliquait tout à l'heure, S-E accent aigu, G-E accent aigu. Les là, m'a dit qu'avec personne pour l'ancrer, il tire ça S là, il tire A là, il met, m'a dit, C-G, il met, il ajoute ça G, G-A-E. M'a dit, il fait, il m'a dit, au lieu, on a côté non reggae, il met reggae, il met S dans C-G.
Voilà.
On prend là. Là, m'a dit qu'il gagne ça lettre qui m'a dit qu'il n'y a que les origines de C-G, c'est à partir là. Et aussi, pas non, comme m'a dit pour être vrai. Pas non, comme m'a dit l'esprit, comme m'a dit c'est pas fusion du reggae et du Sega au départ.
D'accord.
Ça finit venir, comme m'a dit au fil du temps.
Holy Emmanuel I, King Selassie I, Jah Rastafari. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Those who don't know the air of this hymn may freely wise. All who do not know can patiently listen and eventually join in the 1-2 clapping and singing one sweet harmonious accord. My Lord and Empress, Prince and Princess, count your blessings. When upon life's billows you are tempest tossed, when you are discouraged, thinking all is lost, count your many blessings, name them one by one, and it will surprise you what the Lord have done. Count your blessing, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what you have done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your many blessings, see what you have done. Are you ever burdened with a load of care? Does the cross seem heavy you are called to bear? Count your many blessings, every dart will fly, and you will be singing as the day go by. Count your blessing, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what you have done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your many blessings, see what you have done. When you look at others with their lands and gold, think that Jah has promised you his wealth untold. Count your many blessings, money cannot buy. Your reward in Zion, nor your throne on high. Count your blessing, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what you have done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your many blessings, see what you have done. When upon life billows you are tempest tossed, when you are discouraged, thinking all is lost, count your many blessings, name them one by one, and it will surprise you what the Lord have done. Count your blessing, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what you have done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your many blessings, see what you have done. So amid the conflict, whether great or small, do not be discouraged, Jah is over all. Count your many blessings, angels will attend. Help and comfort give you to your journey's end. Count your blessing, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what you have done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your many blessings, see what you have done. God in a holy Mount Zion, 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 thy Lord, holy Mount Zion. I Selassie I Jah. Rastafari, give me your heart and I will give you my Father's ever-living kingdom. So saith the Most High God, King Emmanuel the Seven, Adonai God, Jah. Rastafari, my Lord.